Hello, my beautiful rainbow people. Welcome back to the Potsmoke Bible Channel's Controversy of Zion program, the main focus of my attention from now on. Hi, my name is Zion. I am the prophet foretold in the 54th chapter of the book of Isaiah from the Old Testament of the King James Version of the Christian Bible, which is the English version, translation of the ancient Hebrew text of the Jewish people. And this is my program where I am creating the controversy of Zion. That's what this entire program is about. Now, today was the final reading from my unpublished manuscripts, the Potsmoker's Bible and Book of Zion. I won't be reading them to you anymore. I have two full versions that you can view through these segments. All you have to do is go to Potsmoker's Bible on YouTube, lowercase, and start at the beginning, which aired first on 420 in the year 2020, which makes everything that happened after that fulfillment of everything I wrote before that. If you don't believe me, you have, okay, you have to actually look at the evidence before you can judge something. So before you go laughing off into your stupid head about how I'm crazy, and laugh, please, I enjoy your laughter. It's what I'm looking for. But I am going to prove to you, in no uncertain terms, with facts, figures, and actual happening things, that every word I say is true. Which is where the controversy is. That's the heart of the controversy. You see, being the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, the foretold prophet of the book of Isaiah, and the entire Old Testament prophecy, I'm in the unique position to have a stacked deck, so to speak, just like my enemies have a stacked deck now. My job as the Zion of the Most High God of Israel is to turn everything upside down, to make sinners of saints and saints of sinners, to make God a living, actual, present being, to free the oppressed of the earth by their own means, and to glory in my ascension to the prophecy of Israel. Because you see, I'm already done. I have already fulfilled every stipulation of the prophecy of Israel. And, best of all, the prophecy itself has fulfilled itself. And I can prove every single word. Just go to the Potsmoker's Bible and video view my entire book. So, there's two books. The Potsmoker's Bible and the Book of Zion. The Book of Zion was written entirely in Bible verse. It's 24 chapters, written with book, chapter, and verse, all laid out, so that anyone who watches it can jot down the verses. Go to any Bible and look them up and see that they're real. And what it says is so amazing. That is, if you are one of my people. If you're not one of my people, oh my God, you're going to be so horrified by this. So today, in keeping with my job as the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, prophet of the Old Testament, holder of the chair of earth on the Council of Ray, I hereby declare, as is my right, peace for the peace for Zion, the nation of the righteous, by declaring war on the United States of America. Or I should say, making a formal declaration that the war that has been raging for 100 years will no longer be passively allowed by the nation of Zion. Because having declared war on drug users, the United States of America has done a very, very stupid thing. You see, by declaring it a war, the United States government has, in actuality, declared to the entire cosmos that drug users are a constituted sovereign nation. Because war, by its very definition, is an armed conflict between two or more sovereign nations. By declaring the war on drugs, the United States government has declared that drug users are a sovereign nation, separate from the United States, and thereby governed by the rules of war, as set forth by the Geneva Convention, which means every prisoner in jail, in prison, right now, on drug charges, is a prisoner of war. And as a prisoner of war, they are entitled to certain rights as a sovereign nation, i.e., to defend themselves against attack by their declared enemy, and, lo and behold, to engage in acts of war, as set forth by the Geneva Conventions. So, literally, figuratively, and by definition, every drug user in the United States of America and the world over has the right not only to defend themselves from the violent attack of their declared enemy, but they have the right to attack said enemy, to engage in battle. Boy, aren't you guys lucky that I'm the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, the holder of the chair of earth on the Council of Gray, who publishes peace and not war. Because by declaring participation in the war on drugs as a sovereign nation entitled to said acts by the Articles of War, as set forth by the Geneva Convention, every drug user on the planet has the sovereign right of nationhood to defend themselves and to attack. But we are a peaceful people. We do not want to wage war. We have spent the last 100 years allowing the governments of this world to oppress us without lifting a finger to defend ourselves. Up until today, we have not engaged in the war on drugs. We have just passively allowed you to annihilate us. No more. So, I am offering to negotiate peace with the United States of America on behalf of every drug user in the world. I take that right by this book right here, by the Declaration of the prophet Isaiah, I declare myself Zion, Queen of the nation of Zion, the Queendom of Zion, the prophesied nation created by the act of war, by the hypocritical nation, a great northern nation brought about from the sides of the earth, which is destroyed by the creation of the nation of Zion, which I am declaring today. So, by this book, the Holy Bible, King James, I declared the nation of Zion exists and is real, as prophesied. And it is made up of the following American citizens and anyone in the world who wants to join us. First and foremost, pot users, drug users, women who are widowed through the lack of a partner, fatherless, orphans, single parent households of all kinds, anybody making less than the poverty line, and all foreigners, all immigrants in the United States of America. We are the foretold destined nation of Zion. And we declare, or at least I declare, in our name, that we have the sovereign right of nationhood by the very fact that a war has been declared against us. So, United States of America, you negotiate peace with me, or you face the prisoners, the ones who now understand the reality of who and what we are and what our rights are, because we have rights, according to the Geneva Convention. So I am declaring the negotiations. Negotiate peace, end the war on drugs, or in the name of the Most High God of Israel, the great living gods of the earth, I'll not publish peace like I am today. But I will let the prisoners take control of my people and let them serve you true justice, as is our right according to the Geneva Convention. Because we have not been given any rights at all since the war on drugs was instituted against us. And by a very declaration of war, you grant us certain rights. And one of those rights is the right of nationhood. The nation of Zion is real. It exists. It is sovereign by right of war. So, I publish peace. I want every drug user, pot smoker, single mother, poor person, fatherless child, widow, orphan, or immigrant to come to me in Nebraska, to stand with me united as the foreordained, God-sanctioned, foretold nation of Zion. And I, as the foretold Zion of the Most High God of Israel, barren, singing, whore in my youth, fatefully in love with the man who doesn't give a fuck about me, prophet of the 54th chapter of the book of Isaiah. Let's go camping. My birthday's June 2nd. I'm going to be at Smith Creek Campground off of the Utica Exchange in York, Nebraska. Go camping with me and help me celebrate my 59th birthday. May the Great watch over you, guide you, protect you, keep you from harm, teach you right from wrong, and may you be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect the truth, good, and light, the unicorn way. Find your joy and pursue it. Make that your guilt choice when we get to the real camp out for freedom. This one's not real. This is just my birthday party. So, join me if you will. I am the Zion of the Most High God of Israel, the foretold prophet of the 54th chapter of the book of Isaiah, the queen of the nation of Zion, the sovereign nation of Zion, which was created by Ronald Reagan when he declared war on us. Later, I'll never say goodbye.